Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to touch on, when it comes to the topic of, you know, narcissism, toxic people, uh, friends that you might have issues with, people that can't see your perspective. Um, one big thing, that I just, tell to a lot of the people I work with and coach and help out is that essentially, like, whenever you're dealing with people, it's an exchange of energy. And I want you to look at it from a value perspective in terms of, it's two people bringing some energy to the table. It doesn't even have to be anything physical or tangible, just the two energies are coming together. And so, I think what a lot of people miss is, a lot of people aren't as tapped into their internal energy, so they don't know. And they feel as though, why am I feeling bad? Not realizing, like, who are the people you are around? Because essentially, when two people come together, you know, there's three ways it's going to play out energetically. Just to dumb it down a bit, or just to make it plain and simple, it's just you're either going to be with somebody and it's a negative experience, or you're going to feel a lower vibration, a negative energy. You're going to be with somebody and it's a neutral energy, like you don't feel either way. It's just like a lot of you might experience this a lot in business, in the service world. It's just kind of like, good experience. Or you can have a positive experience and feel very positive and high vibration with somebody at the end of the interaction or interactions. So the problem I think that happens in these cycles is that people will deal with somebody and they'll, had really good times with them, great experiences. But then at the same time, there's times where they've had some of the worst experiences or very low vibrational experiences. And, you can give the benefit of the doubt every now and then. You might have had a situation with some people, which, to be honest, you really shouldn't be having those situations with anybody. Like, you shouldn't be getting too close all the time with people to where negative things can happen, because, we all experience that in friendships a lot of the time. Like, the closer you get with somebody, the more opportunity can arise for them to get used to you. We've talked before about how familiarity breeds contempt. And so, we got to really think about it and just, realize, like, man, look at your experiences with people. How am I feeling at the end of these interactions? And so the problem is, people will have bad interactions with people, but they'll have really good interactions, and it creates this wave of confusion. And so what I want people to understand is that, honestly, you should always have a positive interaction with somebody, or at the very minimum, a neutral experience with vibrationally. When it comes to people, vibrationally, when it comes to people, it should generally be a positive energy, or at worst, a neutral. Whenever a negative energy takes place where you feel lower vibration after being around somebody, you have to really look at that as a big situation. Like, all right, hold on. Why am I feeling like this? If you spend time by yourself and it's pretty peaceful, relatively peaceful, and you feel good, and then you notice you get around people and then you don't feel as good, it's like, is it you or what's going on? So you have to understand that you're exchanging vibrations with people, and what happens is we begin to, because of the good experiences, that makes us feel as though we need to tolerate the negative experiences. And so one big thing that I want to, definitely continue to push on and talk about on this channel is just realizing that you have to begin to prepare yourself for a life and begin to understand that there's a real life out here where you can be happy and positive all the time, especially in your interactions, especially with people. It's like, life is already hard enough. We don't need to add more to the table, more drama, more issues. So begin to realize, like, first and foremost, you should not tolerate any lower vibrational energy or negative energy. That just should not be tolerated ever, because unless that's what you're bringing to the table. But if you're bringing positive energy, or if you're bringing a good vibration and it's being warped, and now your energy is being transmuted, that's energy vamping. That's a vampire. And that's why they get related to narcissists a lot, because It's taking the blood, it's taking your vital source energy and sucking it up, and you leave with less vibrational energy than you had initially coming into the situation. Versus you get around somebody else and you have more vibrational energy after the conversation, or you notice like when you're around people, there's more space in the room, more space in the environment, more ideas, more opportunity with certain people you talk to. Then with some people you talk to, it's less opportunity, less ideas. That's not possible. How are you going to do that? You should just do this. You see? So the big thing so now that I explained that, you should not be tolerating lower vibrational energy. Why? Because the more lower vibrational energy you tolerate, it's going to begin to lower you're going to begin to create a rhythm based on the law of rhythm that's used to having these ups and these downs and these ups and these downs. And then you're going to create a rhythm for yourself where it's just up and down. You have to begin to create a rhythm where it's stable. And that's going to be very big for you to be around people that help keep you, stable when it comes to a good, positive vibration. And especially within yourself, So, that's going to be really big. And then finally, I really believe no contact is the key, because if a lot of the reason why people don't like no contact, which is basically cutting off complete contact with somebody that's continuing to lower your vibration. People don't want to cut people off. They think it's mean. They think it's rude. They think it's, like, man, we've been through so much. A lot of people don't have as many friends. So by cutting off those people, it's like they don't have anybody, So these are the things. But you have to ask yourself, is it worth, basically, when you allow yourself to be in a relationship or a situation with somebody that, exhibits these kind of behaviors where they lower your vibration, and when you accept it for whatever reason you give yourself, you're now telling the universe, you're telling your own psychology, whatever you want to call it, your mind, God, you're saying, hey, I can deal with this. This level of lower vibration that I'm having, I accept it, and I am allowing myself to continue to have it. And what no contact is doing is it's making a deliberate decision to say, no, I'm not tolerating any lower vibration in my experience. And what that's going to do is it's going to be a filter and a block to block out all the lower vibrational energy that people like to send at people. Because people are trying to get rid of their own lower vibrational energy. When they push it onto you, they feel better. Narcissists or people who alter your vibration when they give you doubts about your business or doubts about your path, they trigger doubt in you, and guess what? They get a rush from that. They like to see you squirm. And it's not because they want to consciously. It's the unconscious mind likes drama. It likes to, look at the stuff we watch on TV. Look at the television. Look at the news. It's all about drama. There's a little element of worry there, and then confusion. That's all a part of that entertainment. So are you going to be the circus clown, or are you going to be wearing your godly crown? Are you going to be wearing your kingly crown? You have to cut the contact, because you're making a decision and you're telling the world, and you're also telling that person that it won't be tolerated. And here's the last thing I'm going to say real quick, is just that when you make this decision, you're not leaving them out in the cold. You're not leaving them out, in a bad situation. What you're actually doing is you're letting them know that you're not going to tolerate the behavior, and you're cutting off contact to enable that behavior, which is going to cause them over a period of time. It might take a week. It might take 3 months. I don't even say a week. You got to be longer than a week. 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. But at least they know whenever I do communicate with that person again, I know that I can't come at them that kind of way, because they're just not going to tolerate it. And it's going to really make them a better person. And ultimately, they're going to have more respect for you. Versus if you continue to deal with them, the respect they're going to have for you is just going to lessen and lessen and lessen until they feel like they can do anything to you. So, that's just my message out, my message out to you all today. No contact. That's why it's so important. I'll make sure to touch more on it. Make sure to like and subscribe, man. It's going to be a lot of content on the way. And make sure to check out the Patreon as well. Support. I got so much, fire coming for you all. And aside from that, man, have a great one. We'll talk soon. Peace.